What's going on, everybody? Hope you're all having a lovely day, wherever it is that you are on this gorgeous planet. Today I'm testing the headset. I had a couple of people watching comment that the audio wasn't too good, and I'm sorry about that. I'm using the onboard microphone that's on my laptop. So I need to practice either enunciating better, or I thought maybe getting this microphone that's on my headset closer to my mouth, then make up for that. So please let me know if this is any better. Today we are playing some absolute jank. For those of you who actually watched to the end of my stream yesterday, I mentioned the fact that I thought I'd finally cracked the Crackle with power equation. And then during my practice sessions this morning to prepare for today's stream, I went something like 0 and 6 in Mythic rank with the deck. After having gone first, won quite a bit in the beginning, but something was wrong. Something is off, and I just panicked, scratched the deck, chucked the whole thing in the bin, and went back to the drawing board. And I tried something like 5 or 6 different iterations, versions with the dragons in to get Galazeth and Goldspan Dragon to make the treasure tokens worth more and not disappear when tapping them. Basically, I'm just trying to get as much mana as possible out, as quickly as possible out, so that I can do a huge Crackle with power. And then I clicked, maybe it would be better to just double a slightly smaller Crackle with power, so I don't need as much mana. I can just do it for ×2 and then double it with either Rowan or Double Vision, and will end up getting the same effect, which is poof, once the dome, game over. So then the point is, how do we protect our doublers? The first version of the deck had 4 Rowans, lots of counter spells and removal, and it was just most of the time, if we're playing against an aggro deck, they would have 2 or 3 creatures down on the board, and we weren't running any sweepers, and so I couldn't control the board long enough to get Rowan's ultimate off, and then I'd find myself scrambling for mana to try and get a Crackle with power off in their face in the late game, and they just inevitably beat me. So, that's why after all of these various tries, I just gave up and decided, okay, today's going to be a jank stream. We're just going to, jump on the play queue, give it a try, see how it goes. And if we have any success, then I'll play a couple of games on the rank ladder towards the end of the stream. But, okay, so basically, this is my latest idea, and I think this has probably the best chance of getting off this huge double Crackle with power to the face. Basically, what we want to be doing is turn 1, play a land. Turn 2, Flamethrower Sonata at something that they've played, if it's an aggro deck, because that's always been my problem. Turn 2, they play something, and I can't quite get rid of it by the time I'm building up towards my Rowan. So I can Flamethrower Sonata something. And usually we want to be discarding one of our big Magma Opus or Creative Outburst, so that turn 3 we play Rowan, +1, just do 1 damage to the head. Turn 4 we play a Torrent Sculptor. We exile one of these big spells that we've discarded to the Flamethrower Sonata on turn 2, making the Torrent Sculptor into a 6/6. So now we've got a big body in front of Rowan, so that we can continue to +1. She only needs to be +1 twice before we can get off the emblem, which is all we're trying to do, is get off the emblem. So once you got the emblem off, then all I need to do is pay an extra 2 to double any instant sorcery that I cast. Backup plan is Double Vision. So I'm thinking, I don't know if I should be going like 3 copies of each, but we'll see. Maybe we'll adjust as we play on stream today. And once you have that down, the rest of the plan is just to ramp up by creating treasure tokens, either with Prismari Command or buy using our learn board. So we've got 2 learn cards here. Igneous Inspiration, 3 damage to any target, very important, because so oftentimes we can close out the game just by doing double to the head with this 6 to the face, and if you copy these learn cards with any of the copying spells, uh, the learn ability gets triggered twice. So you can fetch from the learn board 2 times with the same spell, which is lovely. Then we've got Crush the Weak as our sweeper. It's the sweeper that I feel safe running because red and blue only have Storm's Wrath, and Storm's Wrath hits your planeswalkers as well. So I often found myself having to Storm's Wrath, then killing my own Rowan, which kind of defeats the point of having in the deck. So we went with Crush the Weak, which also has the added extra benefit that it can be foretold and only costs 1 red mana, which is great. And also, those creatures that do get killed are not revivable in our, reanimator decks, graveyard shenanigan decks, because they get exiled. And if we're doubling it, then of course, at first people look at this card and they were like, look, there's plenty of creatures that are above 2 toughness in the meta. Why are you running 4 copies? By like turn 3, 4, this card becomes completely useless. And to them, I say, well, if we're doubling it, or sometimes because if we've often gotten it where I have double vision and Rowan's emblem up, then we're quadrupling it. So this can become quite handy in the late game if we get into a position where we've controlled the board. Divide by 0 is great. I was running a counter spell like negate, or because I was just trying to protect Rowan. So I was running 4 copies of negate at one point. I was running 4 copies of sword coming at one point, and that effectively gets completely rid of the threat, which is of course better. But it wasn't allowing us to get into our lesson board as often, and I only had one way of doing that through Igneous Inspiration. So I thought, let's just give this a try, and it's been working great. So basically, this is the last little janky nugget of joy that is hidden within this deck, which is running 2 copies of Mascot Exhibition. I've had it twice go off now in testing, where I have both the emblem and the double vision down, and I cast Mascot Exhibition, and it goes off 3 times. It was pretty fun. So yeah, I mean it's not a very competitive deck, but it's a lot of fun. We've got some card draw here in the lesson board through Teachings of the Archaic. If the opponent has more cards than us in his hand by just say 1, then we draw 2 cards. If they have at least 4 more cards in their hand, then we can draw 3 cards, which is great. Then some artifact removal. Can't remove enchantments with the blue-red color pie combination. Some scry and card draw, and like I said, the 2 Mascot Exhibitions. All right, so that's the deck. I mean, it's pretty simple. It's very janky, as you can see. A lot of 4-ofs. Oftentimes, like I said, these either get discarded away. So big new Strixhaven spells either get discarded away to a Flamethrower Sonata to control the board when a big creature we need to get rid of is in the way, or as the last ability on both cards says they discard and create a treasure token. So on turn 2, if we don't have a 3rd land, we can at their end step discard it, create a treasure token, start turn 3, hopefully draw a land, play at that point we have 4 mana up, where it looked like we were mana screwed. So it can also be used as a bit of a rampy thing. Yeah, that's about it. And then I'm just running as a mana base. I played a couple of games in testing where guys had the Haven card, or yeah, what's it called? Drawing a blank. The snow land that attacks for 4 with 3 toughness and vigilance, and I just needed a way to get rid of it. Doesn't come up often, but sometimes comes in handy, as well as Labyrinth of Skophos and the Crawling Barrens as a alternate win con. Alrighty, let's jump into the games. Not ranked. ZAAAP. Boa, Samu. Boa. I mean, like, good in Portuguese. The play queue is always fun. It's not an honest sort of gauge of how good a deck is, because obviously it's a lot easier to win. Okay. I got all ready for Prismari today. Pet, sleeves, avatar, the huge. And then, I don't know, it just wasn't happening. Ooh. Watch this. Sorry. One, 2, 3, 4, 5 mana up. They are holding. It's a pretty aggro deck. They're probably going to empty their hand quite a bit. So I don't know if we're going to be able to get any card draw out of Teachings of the Archaics. I'll probably just go for Introduction to Prophecy. Final grades are posted on the first day of class. I never read that one. Oh, that's great. Get it? Prophecy class. Yeah. Still haven't come across any one of our Rowans. Not yet. Scroll again. Whew. Still no Rowan. Okay. So, Boros Knights. Let me just do this. And it's instant speed. Opponent's turn. Such cool art on the Prismari cards. I'm loving the color palette that they chose. Pow! There she is. Hello. Now, what we can do is the... Oh! You know what? Who cares about rank? We're too close to the end of this month. I'm not going to get into the numbers anyway. Let's take this janky pile straight onto the ladder. It's much funner anyway. Hey Dax, how are you, dude? Thanks for jumping on the stream, brother. Long time no see. Hope you're well. Okay, so we've got the combo in hand. Now we just need to draw one of the big spells to discard to Torrent Sculptor. Oh, thanks, man. That's so sick. That means a lot, Dax. I didn't even know you guys played Magic the Gathering. I was speaking to Jimbo as well. He said it's been a while. You should add me. I'll share my hashtag. One of my oldest primary school buddies is on stream. Haven't seen him in years. My old LAN party crew. This was looking good. We're getting lucky. It seems like some sort of a ramp deck. Unless he's got some removal now, we can get the emblem off next turn. Never try and risk it and keep her on the field. Just get the emblem off. Boom. Then we're done. The rest of the game, we're doubling everything. Ooh. Definitely return you to hand. And draw some cards. Woohoo! Oh, that's nice. Fresh hand, emblem at the ready. That is nice. Already we could get this off soon. So let's foretell that. So wait, this gets number of +1/+1 counters on Torrent Sculptor equal to half the card's mana value. So we can make a 3/3, I think, right now. That's not that good. So let's just leave it at that. But it's not a legendary creature. Just have an attacker up. Sometimes in these games it's interesting to... Does the opponent have a counter spell? It's interesting to just sort of chip them down. Once we get them down to like 10, 15, then it's much easier to win with Crackle. You just need like a 1 or 2 times. Use the counter. Glad we got that out of his hand. It's probably got another 2 right there, though. The amount of jank we find at these low levels. Yeah, it's super fun, Dax. Used to play, so much at high school and primary school. And then once Arena came out, it was like, getting back into the nostalgia element was huge. How are we gonna beat this guy? 2, 3. I can do 10 already. There's a blue mana there. Anyway, he's got the. Better than nothing. Okay, that's enough land now, deck. Thank you. Yeah, it's true. It is it is tough to play for, if you want to be competitive and play for free, it's tough. I definitely invest a solid $50 per set into this game on average, and I play countless hours a day. If you're gonna just be, casual, you'll have fun, but it's tough to make, build full collections and have full play sets of every card, so you can just build any deck you want. That requires a little bit of money and time, I'm afraid. Goodness, that is so much land. This is definitely another counter spell. Well, rather you get rid of it on a Torrent Sculptor. So that I can double Crackle you next turn. Actually, by then, I think 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Ooh, yeah, I can do it times 2 twice. So that's 20 damage. If he doesn't have another counter spell, we're good. I'm gonna go for it anyway, otherwise, these shrine sticks, we get to the point where they're slow, but once they got everything they need on the field, it's over. It's over. Okay, so let me see if I did my math right. That's 6, 7, 8. 3, 6, 7, 8, and then 2 to pay for the doubling cost. We did it. We did it. Okay, first game's a win. It's a bit cheating against the Shrines deck. They're not that good. I thought we were gone there for a second. Pushed through a bunch of the counters and managed to get a double Crackle off for 20 damage to the dome. ZAAAP. I always think of that. I don't know if any of you, I'm sure a lot of you are Dota 2 players, but there's that, what was the character's name? The Thunderer, the little panda guy with lightning strikes that can teleport around on the map. He always used to have that as his sound effect. ZAAAP! That's nice to draw a land. I think we're gonna cycle this away. Nabuff. Nabuff with 250 card deck. I wonder why. I don't know what people are doing when they try this out. I should try one. I've never played it. A bigger than 80 card Yorion pile. Okay. Dance in the tension between passion and perfection. Loving the flavor text of the Strixhaven set. It's kind of super relevant. All right. Time to get drawing. I want to get Rowan. So we shall be Hopefully dividing by 0, something crucial. Yeah. In that case, please don't have it counters. Okay, no. Okay, we're good. Plan B. No! Brazen Borrower. I'm so sick of that. The the graphic when he does his little petty theft. What? Mirror match. Okay. Okay. Oh goodness, what's gonna happen now? This is gonna be a weird one. Okay. Well, you're gonna need a lot of that type of card to get through a 250 card pile. Just as I say that. Scry, scry, draw, scry. Ooh. Ooh. Ah, yeah. Foretell that. At least we know that's in his hand. Get 10 to the dome, 6 to the dome, and learn twice. Which is quite kind of what I'm thinking would be the best option. Ba-boom! Okay, so remember the sword coming. I'm not going to get anywhere. Ay, caramba. Might as well. Let's it go off. That's nice. Okay. Interesting. Discard a card. When you draw a card, you discard an instant or sorcery that deals damage equal to that card's mana value to target creature or planeswalker. We don't have any enchantment removal, so we are both going to be stuck by the looks of things with a double major on the field until the end of game. I think our only way is for him to get rid of, tap out, and then we need to go for the head with a double crackle. Otherwise, I I cannot see a way out of this because I don't run enough counter spells. Eh. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Can we just do it already and win? No, we can't. Oh, mate. What a jank, Lord. What is this rubbish? What? how they always find what they need, or it's just so many, it's just a pile of old bunch of good cards. I always wonder how many mana, like how much land do you run in a 250 card deck? All right, this be it. This guy, man, what an of course he's gonna take that. What a fellow. What a charming fellow. Oh, that is just ridiculous. I just can't get over how ridiculous that is. Which one was mine? Look at my face. My goodness. That was crazy. What is going on with that deck? Wow. Yeah. There is a limit. Yeah, yeah. Sorry, Dax. Sorry, I'm like constantly having to alt tab. Like budding YouTuber career. I still need to get my whole setup. I need a nice microphone, a good camera, second monitor to track my chat. I still got to set up a Twitch account. This is like my fifth or sixth stream ever. So we'll get there. I promise. I can't wait. Actually, I think I've got a solution actually already. I can just run an HDMI straight out of my laptop into. I've got another little janky monitor downstairs. I might go and grab. But yeah, in Arena, there is no. Uh, well, there is the limit's 250, but in actual fact, in normal tournaments, there isn't a card limit. It's just the recommended amount is 60 because they've calculated that that gives you the best probability of drawing a consistent hand and consistently what it is that you want to be drawing. Oh goodness, when they mulligan down so excessively, I always get worried about Tybalt's trickery. But let's see. Fingers crossed. Ah, can I scratch that? See, this is the problem. Now I get to this point. If I had to play Rowan, they'll just kill her straight away. Bouncy, bouncy. Nice. Hmm. Gruel, big thingamajigs, big old apes and stuff. Cogglers. It's cool. He can return. Oh no, that's not a human. We need to get rid of this ape. They've always got this never-ending supply of gigantic creatures. So that'll do it as well. Ha! Phew! Phew! Double, double crush, exile everyone. Look good, looking good. Oh no, he's got a fight spell. Good game. Here it comes. Oh, he can't cast it. He can! Oh, for crying out loud. Okay, we're going back into the play queue. Oh, goodness. If anybody's got a better version of this deck, that they think is more consistent. Yeah, no, Dax. And then I had three monitors at my old house, before I moved to Italy. I had to leave my 32-inch curved plasma at home. I'm like missing it so much. It's been one of the hardest parts about living away from Indonesia for the last, for most of the pandemic. Had to leave my screen behind. Going from a 32-inch every day to a 17-inch again. It's like, it hurts. How's this camera position? Move myself a little bit there. Hmm. Shock. Don't use your treasures on Rowan. Oh. Why? Oops. You thought I would kill it, but you didn't have enough. That's fine. Try to deal with that, Mr. Thumb Roll. Four, five, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. These spells cost a lot. Not gonna stream too long on this janky build. Probably stick well under the 1 hour mark today. I want to start working on tomorrow's deck. I think we just foretell you. Swinging for 6. Then if we discard 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's see what let's just try and hard cast both of these. Just for, you know, for the stream. This is a cool card, I think. There's so many easy ways to get up to 7 mana these days. Alright. Is he gonna swing in? Yes. Well, then we'll definitely do it for next turn. Anyway, it's only the play queue. One, two, three, four, five, six, 7. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we can go 5 to the dome plus 6. That should do the trick. Unless they don't attack with the gold span. See, the better version of this deck, and I know what it is. It's, you know, running 4 copies of Bone Crusher Giant and 4 copies of Brazen Borrower. I just refuse to play Eldraine cards. I'm so sick of it that I just don't put any of it in my deck. And I'm doing myself some harm on the ladder by doing that, but I just can't be bothered. Does he have the counterspell? Dum 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 dum. You guys can't see this on the stream, but I'm running MTGA Assistant, and you know, I always feel so bad when it's like this bronze player. And that's why I try to play as little as possible on play queue, even with my crappy jank. Like, I must just be like, what is this Magma Opus? Cheers, Dax. Thanks for popping on the stream, brother. Enjoy the rest of your day. See you next time. Okay, we have time for one more on ladder. Oh, this was the other version I was trying. Should we give this one a whirl? Very similar vibe. except there's no doubling. We just ramp with treasures and Galazeth, Goldspan, cycle these guys all the time, seize the spoils, make treasures with Prismari Command. If they build up a field, exile one of the big spells from our graveyard with Draconic Intervention, which doesn't get rid of our dragons, keep making treasures, and then do a huge crackle to the face. And then if they try and attack our dragons, we have negate. Remove our dragons, then we have negate. I think this version of the deck, it doesn't have a lesson board. Yeah, why not? It's janky stream Tuesdays. We might make this into a thing. Janky Tuesdays. I definitely want to dedicate one of the days of the week that I'm streaming to the more sort of janky brews. I'm still trying to think of a title for it. Janky Tuesdays isn't isn't that good. Ooh, look, I'm over here. I kind of prefer it. You can't see the opponent's name when we. Hmm, let's see. Let's see. If you guys can give me some advice as to where's the best place to put my face. I'm also trying to figure out how to do it on OBS so that I can put my logo or some nice frame around myself so I'm not just a square floating in the middle of the screen. Ken, also playing a Prismari tone. Cool sleeves, Ken. I dig your sleeves, Ken. Let's go all in on the treasure thing. Play Goldspan next turn. Let's go on here. Big red. All right. Not a bad turn. We've got a big spell in the graveyard in case we need to dragon scorch. What's it called? Draconic Intervention. Their field. It's actually looking like just standard mono red that had a really bad opening hand. I don't understand why he wouldn't have played these earlier otherwise. If he swings, this becomes a 4-2. Okay. I think we can already win here. Yeah. See, this is the advantage of this version of the deck. Now, each of these can either be, cracked for 2 for Goldspan, or just left there and tapped for mana by Galazeth. So I think if I just do, let's see, do I have the mana? 9, 10, 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I don't need, yeah, okay. Okay. Next turn. He's dead. We've got some removal. So now we're already well in a Embercleave territory here. 3, 4, 5. Oh, no, we're not. And now we win. You know, either a new mono red player, something. Sure, we still win. Pow! ZAAAP! Okay, I mean, the odd win in Mythic, even with the jank pile, you know, you you get a lucky draw, you come across a player who has a bad hand. It's fun. It's definitely fun. You know, I love me a big bad silly, X red spell, just fireball to the face. It's always been like one of the things in Magic that I really enjoy. But and I think with Strixhaven we've been given a really nice one. It's similar to what they gave Green with the exponential growth card. Um, where it's not just one X, but in this case it's three X's. So you always got to think of a number that's divisible by three. So it's either, 3 plus 2 for one times, 6 plus 2 for two times, 9 plus 2 for three times. So it's expensive. But when you get it off, I've had, like I said in the introduction, I've had this go off for, uh, yeah, I did 80 damage to Dome with the doubling spell, with double vision and Rowan's emblem. It was so satisfying. Okay, Magecraft. Silver Quill Magecraft. I think I want to work on this today. This is the next deck I want to play test. Okay, so we can negate something that pumps up their Lumimancer, if that's what they decide to do. Or if they play the Leonin Lightscribe, we can kill it with our Prismari Command. Yeah, I'm gonna have to do that. And we'll do it before they get any sort of protection spells mana available. Need lands. Need lands. This card is so fun. All who hear his inspiring words are filled with hope and pride. There's the Pride Mate, a Chinese Pride Mate, but went to Strixhaven, learned some magic. Okay. This is just so busted. Except they tap out. I mean, he's out of cards now. I can. Okay. No land today. Crying out loud. Frackers, as Mono Black likes to say. think we shall draw two instead of making another. Can you believe it? Chad, nice, my ass. Two lands. Two lands. All right, let's call it a day. So, as you can see, this deck is not that good. I apologize. I kind of my usual promise to my viewers is that everything that I end up streaming has been tested extensively, and I did not lie to you. I played this deck a lot, but something happened. I don't know. When I lose six in a row like that, I know there's something wrong, and I just deleted it and went straight back to the drawing board, and it just didn't coalesce again, and I didn't have enough time to come up with something good for the stream. So I think it was a serendipitous mistake, or how can I say this? Yeah, serendipitous, I think is the right word I'm looking for here, because it allowed me to come up with a new thing that I want to introduce every week now, which is a day of janky builds, which are my favorite, to be honest. And at the same time, just had some fun rather than getting all too serious about rank. So that's the deck. Hope you all enjoyed it. If you did enjoy what you saw, please give me a thumbs up. Hit the subscribe button underneath this video. If you could drop some comments, that always helps the algorithm push my video higher up. And that's it for today. Hope to see you all tomorrow. This is Lone Fox from the Brew-Lab signing out.